FedEx Forum, home of the Grizzlies, and we're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. And guys, check it out. Jody Meeks, the former Kentucky Wildcat. What can we expect here?
You know, he's kind of a slippery defender. I think that's the best way to describe him. He's a guy who has a knack to stay in front of the ball handler. He avoids picks. And it's not just strength. It's sort of savvy and guile. He just finds a way to get it done.
And when you watch him, Steve, you can see how quickly he looks to take his shot when he's on the receiving end of a pass and how successful he is when he does take the shot. This guy is a catch, fire, and hit guy.
The Detroit Pistons come into this one following a loss, guys, to the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And I think the sort of issues they had on defense, in part at least, was a bigger factor. It's really compounded, I think, because he was on the road. You have to be sharper when you go out and play as a visitor.
Yeah, everything has to be tight. You can't be loose in any aspect of your game. You're fighting against the crowd and the opponent. You've got to be tougher mentally and physically if you're going to win on the road.
The feed to Drummond.
Smith.
On target from 13 feet. Drummond's got 5 points so far. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. 4-point game. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year.
They picked this team apart. A couple of times they squared off with them last year. On paper, they weren't evenly matched, and on the court, they weren't either.
Here's Jennings after the made shot from Zach Randolph. Lee with the block, and that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Here's Butler. That one a little long. Steve talked about last year when they met and how the differences existed between the two, and maybe the same this year too, Clark.
Well, that's the way you would expect it to play out, Kevin, but this is a different season. It's early, and we still can't be really sure if the makeup of these teams is the same as last year, so I think we're going to see something a little different.
Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies winning their last game against the Kings.
And, Kevin, I thought they put together a fantastic offensive game plan in that win. They knew exactly how to exploit the defense, and they really got on a nice roll.
And exploit them they did. See, they were relentless. They kept so much pressure on the defenders over the course of that game.
Now we'll go to Dorisburg, who had a chance to talk with head coach Stan Van Gundy.
He brought up Marc Gasol, a kind of sleeper player he thinks could give them trouble. Coach said he's a guy 7 foot plus. He's very skilled, can shoot and finish over either shoulder, and he doesn't shy away from contact. He's a guy you have to really pay attention to. And I told our guys, we can't let him have a big game. Fellas, we'll see how they do against him.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. The Pistons have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Smith kicks to Jennings. Back to Smith. Outside Jennings. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Jennings has got his second bucket.
Beautiful finger roll to cap head drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
And Carter backs in. No good. And the Pistons now going the other way. Now Jennings. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure. You know, guys, if he does his work early, he knows when he gets in a good position, his size gives him a big edge on the glass.
Now, here is Smith. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Put in a lot of good work on the boards. That helped him, too.
Randolph. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
For Detroit, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. The Grizzlies trail by 9. It's Vince Carter on the wing. Defended by Butler. Carter, the pass to Lee. Feeds it to Conley. Drills the three-pointer. Conley's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
And it's Smith missing.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Conley kicks to Lee. Memphis moving that ball around. It's stolen by Smith.
Wow, look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow. And he throws it down hard with one hand. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Clark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
Butler with the block. And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession.
Kevin, a chance here to check out how the Grizzlies ranked in the NBA last season. 4th in lowest turnovers per game. 7th in field goal percentage. And they were in the top half of the league in assists as well. Not elite level, not quite good, but okay.
Very well-coached team, Clark. I mean, you look at the numbers, and you talked about the few turnovers. The top 5 in the league, in fact, in fewest mistakes. So this is a well-disciplined, well-coached team. And when they're on their game, they're just one of those teams you hate to play against because they don't give you anything easy.
They haven't had an answer so far in the first.
Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
And it's not just their hot offense here. I mean, they're playing very strong defense too, guys.
Kufis checked in for Mark Gasol. Now here's Lee. 11 points last game. Right side, Randolph. That's good. Detroit leading by 9. Jennings drives in. Pass to Smith. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. 7 points for Josh Smith.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
And as you said, they haven't been able to answer, leading to a double-digit deficit.
Yeah, Kevin, when you shoot it poorly and the other team is hot, I mean, that's an equation for a blowout.
Both free throws good from Kufis. Here's Meeks. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Jennings kicks to Smith. Shot is no good. Some solid defense from Randolph. Inside. Kufis defended by Butler. Lee kicks to Conley. Carter. Randolph, a screen on Smith. Back to Conley. 6 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Carter for 3. And again, Memphis no good. Pistons have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. And it's rejected. And oh, here we go. Carter's got him a fast break chance. And the shot is good.
Well, his body control is what I notice. I think that jumps off the page when you watch him play, even with the defender draped all over him. He's able to find a way to get to the rim and get the shot to go in.
And don't forget now, a walking highlight reel every time he steps on the court. His flair for the dramatic makes him worth the price of admission all by himself. He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Takes it from 10. And it's Carter again missing.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Here's Jennings. And the layup falls. Jennings has got 6.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical. Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there.
While we have a chance, let's take a look at the teams that led the NBA in rebounding last season. In the 3rd spot, the Pistons.
Well, I tell you what, Kevin, they never eased up on the boards throughout last season. I mean, they were tenacious. They persevered. They were aggressive. I mean, they went after the boards hard.
Tipped away. Stolen by Allen and stolen by Drummond. Counted from 12. Drummond's got 7. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And they're getting out in transition, too, finding some easy points on the fast break.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
Yeah, even though it's early, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
They haven't been able to stifle them defensively here.
No, their offense continues to click.
The Pistons have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
Well, you look at last season's numbers, guys, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
And so here's Memphis. They trail by 14. And Augustine kicks to Singler. The pass to Augustine. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Drummond with it. Now defended by Clark. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. 44 seconds left in the first quarter. Bynum. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, you can see why the defense is willing to let him take that shot. That's really not his range.
Here's Stokes. That's good. It's Udrich with the assist that time.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
Stokes, the pass to Allen. Augustine with the steal. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. He dishes it to Bynum. Plenty of space. Bynum missing again. Now Udrich. And Bynum pulls it down.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
The shot is off. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided.
Tune in next Wednesday.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And Stephen Clark, Pistons pretty much in control here.
Really good sign offensively the way they started this game out, getting a lot of hoops from close range.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get baskets inside. I know you were a three-point shooter, Steve, and a really good one, but it's always easier to score in the paint.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. They've got Kyle Singler. DJ Augustine out there with Bynum. Then there's Andre Drummond.
Now we get a chance to check out Andre Drummond. Last season's performance for him.
Pistons have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. That's good from Singler. And the Pistons making a change here. Singler hits them both. Here's Adams. Back to Prince. Now the dish to Udrich for 3. The shot, no good. And the Pistons now going the other way.
It's been a great day for them on the boards, Clark. That's definitely been a major factor in building this big lead.
And, you know, from a numbers standpoint, the advantage might not be that large, but they have been manhandling them inside.
Allen, he's covered by Singler. Prince kicks to Adams. Sinks the three-pointer. Adams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Seems like guarding him on the perimeter is not a priority for this defense, but it will become one if he continues to knock them down.
Number 1. Detroit, no good that time either. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Allen kicks to Prince. Udrich. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Boy, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance, leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Singler bangs home the trifecta. Singler's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And Detroit has possession after the miss from Adams. He lobs it up, and then Allen slams it in.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Outside, Martin from deep. The shot no good. And Memphis the other way now. Udrich dishes to Allen. It's stolen by Martin. And here comes Smith leading the fast break. And yes, sir, that one drops.
You know, the instant that steal was made, they were off and running the other way.
Ball pressure and then a run out, Steve. That's perfection to me.
The Grizzlies trail by 11. Adams, right side.
And when it comes to his defense, guys, he's fun to watch. He's great at sensing a ball handler's next move and then making his own move to counter it.
And Steve, near the bucket, he's one of the best finishers around. I mean, he does a great job of using his strong body to fight through contact and get to the rack. There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
And stolen by Udrich. And Udrich with a clear path to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Here's what Memphis has lined up on their schedule. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. The Pistons have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
Well, great focus at the free throw line. They're taking care of business.
That's exactly how you keep on the lead. 100% free throwing for the quarter. That'll do it.
Zach Randolph's checked in for Tayshaun Prince.
You know, he may not have the elevation or the hop. He doesn't need it, though. The big fella throwing it down anyway.
He usually does save the high flying for the little guys, Clark. You're right.
You know, sometimes it looks like he's pinned to the ground, but when he gets positioned like that, he can put it down.
That's good. And the Pistons lead by 10. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Gasol, defended by Drummond, gets it to go. Gasol's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Udrich up and in on the layup.
Nicely done. They just continue to dominate inside. That's 10 points in a row in the lane.
It's now purely, here it comes. See if you can stop it. Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line. And that's a must-do when you're down.
So it's Detroit now. That bucket in no time at all. He's got 6.
You know, that mid-range jump shot, maybe an underutilized tool in today's NBA, but it's really serving this team well.
In fact, it very well might be the strongest area of their game offensively.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Conley's checked in. Pistons leading by 6. Number 8, over by Conley. Poked away. Conley left side. There's the line. Oh, what a play!
Oh, look at that.
That is a
Bringing down the house. You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
Did you get an assist and a field goal for that? I mean, that was ridiculous.
To the middle. Leads him in there. Allen's shot is off. For Detroit, they've gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10. Here's Caldwell Pope. And Drummond throws it down.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
Conley into the lane. The 10-footer. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Now here's Allen. He had 13 points in the win against Sacramento. Here's Randolph, and that's collected by Smith. Smith's got his 5th rebound in this one. Kicks to Martin, and it's good.
He is really having a good quarter, a strong quarter, an efficient quarter, doing a lot of positive things out there.
Back to Allen. Randolph inside, working on Smith. Randolph can't hit.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
And it's Martin missing. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Drive by Adams. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Adams has got 11 points.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Number 8, defended by Adams. And it's Randolph with the rebound. Memphis has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And the rejection by Smith. Number 8. That is good. He's got 8.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's got it going now.
Well, as we take a look at the rankings, let's see where Detroit ended up last season. 3rd in rebound, 8th in steals. And they were in the top half of the league in block shots. So not a very intimidating team, but nonetheless a solid defensive team.
And this is a team that really relied most heavily on the rebounding numbers that you talked about. I mean, they're top 5. They're a team that likes to attack the lane at both ends of the floor, really control the glass on defense and try to pound you inside with the offensive boards.
Stolen by Michael Conley. Pass to Randolph. Memphis moving that ball around. Lee outside. And it's Conley penetrating.
That's foul number 2 on him. They might not warrant sitting him entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
Kuzis checked in for Memphis. The Grizzlies have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. Pistons leading by 3. Jennings kicks to Butler. Dishes it to Meeks. Smith left side. Fader on the way. But they'll get another chance. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And here's what the Detroit Pistons schedule looks like. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. The Grizzlies shooting a sweet 57% clip in quarter number 2. Here's Lee. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Lee. 1:04 left in the first half. Jennings drives in. Meeks passes to Jennings. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
I like the defense, guys, really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Here is Carter. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Sacramento.
And he gave great effort defensively as well, including a couple of block shots.
Detroit's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. That's tipped. Stolen by Carter. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
There's 25 seconds left in the second quarter. Lee kicks to Carter. Defended by Butler. Back to Lee. Latrey. The offensive rebound. Randolph. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
12 seconds left to play in the first half. And here's Jennings. 8 points for him. Meeks dishes to Butler. And it's off from three-point range. Carter for 3. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Thanks for joining us at the Minnesota.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. An incredible game from Adams.
Yeah, he's been a revelation here tonight, Clark. Scoring almost at will there in the half.
Hard to imagine he'll keep it up for the next 2 quarters, but you never know.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Zach Randolph is out there with Carter. Then it's Conley. Then it's Lee. And it's Gasol. And at the 5. Gets it to go. Gasol's got the first points of the second half here for the Grizzlies. Pistons trail by 6. Jennings kicks to Smith. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Lee outside. Back to Conley. From the arc. Rebound, Detroit. Drummond's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass.
You know, normally when you dominate on the glass, it really shows up on the scoreboard, but not so much here today.
You're right, Steve. Typically, it is a good barometer that indicates who's winning, but not so.
The Pistons have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well. And the Grizzlies leading by 4 into Marcus Gasol. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
Now here's Jennings. 8 points for him. Butler on the wing. Poke loose. Stolen by Carter. And now the Grizzlies. Fast break. Throws it up high. And lead at the stuff.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Pistons trail by 9. He kicks it to Meeks. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis. Gasol's got 4 rebounds in this game. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That will complete this 4-game homestand.
And no doubt the Houston fans really want to see their Rockets take that one. That's a good matchup there.
You know Gasol is playing well. 12 points, and he's rejected a shot over the course of the game, too.
That seems like it could have been more because he's been in position to make plays defensively most of the game.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Butler attacking. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
That whistle got a big response from this crowd, and it is not a favorable one, let's say.
I'll tell you what, the fans can't believe that they made that call.
Stolen away, and now the fast break. Meeks with the ball. The coast-to-coast dunk.
Straight to the bucket with a nice head of steam.
Well, no reason to slow it down when there's nothing in the way.
And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Carter with it. 9 points in the game so far. Into Zach Randolph. And stolen by Butler. Now Detroit moving it up. Jennings is running. Smith the pass to Jennings. Tries to keep it alive. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Earl Clark's checked in for Zach Randolph. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. And Lee with the stuff.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
Jennings with the ball. Conley picks him up. He feeds it to Meeks. From the corner. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, and he's a bomber. I mean, that's what I love about him. He's as good a three-point shooter as you'll see. And of course, has the green light to let it fly anytime he wants.
And he is also a very rugged player at the defensive end. I mean, he would bull his way through any screen if it means staying on his man.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Outside Butler. Kept alive. Passes it to Meeks. Jennings sinks the triple. Jennings has got 11.
Boy, you wonder what the score of this game would be if they weren't pulling down all these rebounds.
Love what I'm seeing from them in the paint.
Here's Lee outside. That's good. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
Smith kicks to Jennings. Tries again. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. And that's now 11 points for Josh Smith. And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. And the Pistons making a change here. Carter left side. He's covered by Zingler. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And 11 points for Vince Carter. High post try. Second chance shot. There's the block. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Randolph is checked in. Memphis on defense. They've led by as many as 11 points. Drummond dishes to Bynum. Shot from the wing. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And you know why he was open there. They didn't commit too much defense to him, and you can see why. He has trouble making that shot. Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
Augustine, no luck. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Conley the pass to Lee. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Lee's got 9 points now in just the second half.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Augustine off the pick from Drummond. Augustine, no luck.
I thought he'd make that one. And that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
Lee goes in.
Detroit needs to do a better job guarding against Lee.
He's got 11 points and also a block shot. The assists have been coming for him, along with putting some numbers up from the foul line, too.
A very unselfish play from him. He's been really a tremendous factor in this game.
Josh Smith, he's checked in for the Pistons. The Pistons making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Pistons trailed by 11. Here's Augustine. Drummond. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Randolph's shot is good.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
Now here's Bynum. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Conley can't cash in from the high post.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. And they've been turning those turnovers into points.
And Smith backing in. Fade away. Misses off the right iron.
Did you see his balance there, guys? Really faded away. I think that's why he missed.
Conley's shot is off. Pistons trail by 11. The feed to Bynum. Makes the lead pass. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Bynum. 7 points for Caron Butler. Randolph backs in. Lee. Here's Clark. Offensive rebound. Here's Randolph. Some solid defense from Butler. Knocked loose. Carter against Bynum. Lee kicks to Clark. Off target from three-point range.
You know, with the time left, they can trade 2 for 1 here.
If they hurry.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
Feeds to Carter. And another miss by Memphis. Pistons trail by 7. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And here is Bynum. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Augustine. Here's Smith.
Great job taking right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And the Pistons making a change here. Second free throw, no good. Here's Gasol. He's got 14. Allen dishes to Udrich. Carter with the 3. It's good. This time the assist from Udrich. 14 points for Vince Carter.
Udrich with the excellent feed that time.
Yeah, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
And Jennings drops them both. Conley with the 3. Got it off in time, but it's no good. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense.
The new season.
Well, welcome back as we get set to start the 4th. And so it's Detroit with the ball. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Kyle Singler is out there with Smith. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Jennings. And it's Meeks in at the 2 guard. Now here's Randolph following the miss by Jennings. Allen passes to Carter. Randolph sends a screen for Carter with the lead pass. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
Well, I tell you what, it was the good pick that was set that turned him loose.
And once he got around it, Steve, it was smooth sailing right to the hole.
Well, because of the pick, he had plenty of room. That's why he was able to power down that slam.
Conley against Jennings. Smith outside. Conley kicks to Randolph. That misses off the backboard.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open. Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Now here's Jennings. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. The rebound by Gasol. Gasol's got his 6th rebound on the night.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him. And that 4th foul might force him to scale back the aggression defensively a little bit. He does not want to pick up number 5.
Caron Butler's checked in for the Pistons.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, sometimes it's contagious. Everybody starts to get comfortable and relaxed, and everything goes in the hoop.
Jennings against Conley. Looking to end the run, and that one's good. And that's 15 points for Brandon Jennings. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. And it's Conley penetrating. That's good. And the Grizzlies lead by 15.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Here's Smith. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Pass to Carter.
What a great game for Vince Carter in this one. He had 17 points and also 3 nice steals.
I had no idea we'd be seeing a performance like this one today.
Totally dominant. I mean, pure domination.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Brandon Jennings.
You know, normally when you dominate on the glass, it really shows up on the scoreboard, but not so much here today.
You're right, Steve. Typically, it is a good barometer that indicates who's winning, but not so.
And it's Carter penetrating, and the shot is good. Carter's got 6 in the quarter.
He's been so reliable again today, Kevin. They need his points, and he's providing them.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, we don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug. Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
Lee, and a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Memphis with it. Drummond, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. Pistons trail by 12. And Augustine kicks to Smith. All sorts of time, and it comes off the front of the rim. For Memphis, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Here's Carter, and it's sent back by Drummond. Butler on the wing. And Lee pulls it down. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. Carter dishes to Gasol. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got 3 assists in the game. Augustine passes to Butler. It's up a 3, and the shot is good.
I'm sure that's a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in the first half.
Augustine with the steal. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. The Grizzlies have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
That's good from Carter. So he gets them both. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Augustine with it. Conley picks him up. Here's Butler. Another 3 for Detroit.
Boy, it's been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
Carter kicks to Randall. Missed inside. Pistons trailed by 8. Now Augustine. Smith outside. Here's Drummond, and Gasol sends it back. Lee goes in. The shot will not go. Some solid defense from Butler. The Pistons have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession.
A nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
And there's the pass to Meeks. Fires for 3. Pistons keep it alive. He dishes it to Smith. Kicks to Augustine. Lets it go from deep. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 4 assists in the game. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Lee outside. Lets it go from 14. Lee with another miss. The Pistons have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Gets it to go. And that's now 17 points for Caron Butler.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
Gasol, a screen on Butler. Carter with it. Now guarded by Augustine. They get the rebound. And he knocks down the first one. He's perfect from the line this time.
He's just got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of high-pressure situation.
Grizzlies with the rebound. Conley into the lane. Looking for Lee, gets it there. Carter against Smith. It's stolen by Smith. Knocks it loose. Augustine with it. Conley picks him up. Augustine dishes to Smith.
Ridiculous.
Tore it down that time. Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
And himself, the big dunk at the end of the break.
Boy, that was a massive sequence of events there. Absolutely clutch defense to trigger the break.
And we've seen games decided on plays, Clark, just like that.
Effort and hustle plays often are big plays for a team.
Well, what a time to blow up a play and then turn it into a slam at the other end.
The dish now to Meeks. He passes to Augustine. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Gets it to go.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Carter defended by Butler. Carter the pass to Lee. Conley kicks to Lee. Carter takes the 13-footer. No up.
Seems like he's gotten every single rebound today.
Glass eating at its finest. I mean, you're not going to see a guy with 20-plus boards too often. That's an impressive number.
Smith with it. He's picked up by Lee. Buries it from outside.
Oh, that is a massive shot.
You know it is. He's stepping right into the spotlight.
Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D. I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Butler, and it's blocked by Gasol. And they get it back. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Carter with it. Now guarded by Augustine. Bucket ignites the crowd.
Crucial bucket there, and you hear it in their reaction.
And you can feel the energy throughout this building right now. What a huge shot.
The Pistons making a change here. Jennings has checked in.
Huge basket, and then the free throw was even bigger because now it becomes a 2-possession lead.
Butler dishes to Meeks. Smith outside. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And that shot sucked the life out of the whole building.
Oh, that was a big one, Clark. You can hear it.
Yeah, that was a gut punch right there. These fans, oh, man, they're struggling. They are not letting up, guys. They just keep coming out.
And I'd say that lead is too big to overcome at this point.
Can't knock in the three. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. I mean, that's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
So it's Memphis picking up the win.